Whistle is about a whistle that if you blow it, you call upon your death. Now, when I was scrolling online and I would see the trailer pop up on any really social media, I would look at the comments and I saw a lot of references to a Final Destination type movie. And the way I would describe this movie is it took the idea of Final Destination 2 and an idea from Final Destination 5, which I think is the first movie that actually went for that idea. They took two ideas from those movies and made it a generic haunted object movie. Now, two things I want to say when talking about this movie to keep in mind. First off, this could have just easily been my theater experience because another theater I went in to see, which I saw Strangers Chapter 3 before this one, was not loud. It was normal volume. The trailer is normal volume, but this movie was so loud in my theater. After 10-15 minutes, I had to put earbuds in because it was just so loud. It hurt my ears. I had to cover my ears. And once I put earbuds in, I could hear it perfectly fine, and I had no issues after that. But it was loud. And this movie starts with a basketball scene, which that honestly was a very loud start to a very loud movie throughout. So if that is anyone else's experience, you're not alone. And if it was only my experience in the theater I was at, yeah, okay, that's fine. But if there's more common experience, definitely a negative. So beware if it is loud, like very, very blaring loud, you have to cover your ears. Yeah, it doesn't go away if it's consistent. Yeah, it doesn't go away. So going right into the pros for this movie, the deaths are fine. I think they're fine. The visuals towards the end, I think that works what they're going for. I mean, they're fine. Not a fan of the fire one. Now, after getting over the absolute loudness of this movie, I was like, okay, maybe that was just a one-time thing. And I saw it and I'm like, not a big fan of that. And I like the idea of what this movie was going for, but they just made it very generic. I like the idea. The deaths were fine. I'm not a fan of the first one. They didn't exactly look great, but the idea was there. Going into the negatives, honestly, this is just a generic movie. It has cliches, of course. I will say that. Was not a fan of Ralph. I just could have swear I could say that name so clearly after I saw it. Even in a few minutes after, I could say it perfectly. Can't say his name better now. But Ralph, not a fan of his character. I understand his motivations to get there. Not really against that, but he just wasn't my favorite character throughout. And that's mainly a symptom of I really am tired of characters that their personality is they yearn after one person throughout and they just act like the way the entire movie. And that's kind of the vibe I got from that character. Again, this is nothing against performances. I think performances are fine. Like, this is just a generic movie and it could have been cooler, but unfortunately it just ended up being a generic movie. And I did have a negative experience in the theater with this one. Now I was the only one in the theater, so I don't know, but yeah, that's about the negatives. And it did feel like this ran a little too long because I did check the time. So yeah, just a generic movie that really could have had a lot of potential. Going into the spoilers, now you take the idea of a haunted object movie and they call upon their death, so they try to figure out what happened. This is going to sound reminiscent of a Final Destination 2 movie. Okay, it is going to. But it took the idea of the spin of you call upon your death, obviously, so your future death is how you would die. And I guess just the creepiness of that house was interesting. That was very generic of that. But there's just so much this movie could have been so much more. And the idea that took from the Final Destination 2, which is killing yourself so you can be revived, and then killing someone in the exchange for your life, though it's not the type for this movie because they did a thing of when you're born, your death becomes born and it tracks you down until you're supposed to die. So when you blow the whistle, it calls upon it sooner. So you could give your death a new body. And he takes this guy that was drugging, that killed the kid drugging earlier, and I have an idea that would have made that better for that plot. So he kills him, tries to take him, which I believe they did in Final Destination 5. Correct me if I'm wrong if that's not the first time they've done that. Now, I think it would have been better if the one that he killed with the drugs was his best friend, and that was his motivation. I would have preferred that because it gives at least some kind of personal thing. Obviously, he was against it from the start, and what happened to the cousin, but I just feel like if they did a personal thing, I might have liked it more, and I would have come around to what they did more. I feel like that would have been better, but they didn't do that. Wish they did. So overall, it's fine. I think there are going to be certain people that love it, and I really hope that they do have a really good time with this movie. But for me, it is fine, generic, but I wish I could say I had a better experience with it. But that loudness did not make it any better. So comment down below if you saw Whistle or if you even knew about this movie. It was not on my radar till a day before I went to see it. So comment down below, and I will see you guys when we talk about Strangers Chapter 3, and then for the first time ever on my channel, ranking the franchise of The Strangers. See you guys there.